Hello? Is this thing working?
Off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Here's Chris Claybrooks to read. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Five yards remain on second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Here's a give to Barkley. A beautiful fake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 31, Darnold, rush coming, and he's taken down. Pete Werner brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Push him back. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, they scared.
To throw is Darnold. That's complete to Hightower. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Pulled in at the 24, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 33-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Now Lawrence gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On second and 11 now. Lawrence eluding the pressure right to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Now Lawrence. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff for Drake. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This will be taken in by Hightower. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the give, this is Drake. Instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Darnold completes it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Now, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
You can't block me. You can't block me. No, no, no. Opposite.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Darnold from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Pete Werner. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 44, Lawrence. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Bears. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. His team downfield and throw a touchdown pass.
Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on, fellas.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Coming after you. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short, Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On the option, here's Drake. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Drake. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Alone to the right is Jones. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Sam Darnold, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lawrence. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a second down and 6. Here's Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes in that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Gold is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. On the toss, Drake going left. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Flushed out right. Flushed to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 5. Play action. It's Lawrence.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Darnold. Open man is Uzama. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. McCann's kick up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Clay Brooks to return it.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now Lawrence. And this is caught. He hits more. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence to Barkley on the check down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Lawrence being chased out left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening? Not great in your favor.
The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Darnold to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 39 yards there.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Now Darnold.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Browns are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Here's Darnold.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for which you just turned a miracle last chance.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.